Right, here we go. Right, okay. Oh, okay, there was just water underneath. Thought it was going to be a bit more dangerous than that. Okay, switch back to Lumine. I said I was going to, you know, change characters, but I changed my mind again, and we're going to stick with Lumine. There's some fishes over here. I'm just going to grab them. I'm just going to grab some materials. There's a lot of slimes. Of mysteries and salt. Okay. Okay, so we get to play as Zhongli. This is a little bit creepy. It looks like people who have been crystallized and trapped in salt. These are not statues.
No. These are people.
Did a god of salt just go crazy?
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
It looks like they've been salted.
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Right. Let's go.
Windblade!
Windblade, and we'll do that.
Seize the sky!
Seize the sky. Okay, that was a little bit of a waste. Oh, hello. What's that?
Look at this! It's filled halfway with salt.
I have a feeling
Just
these
looks like
guys
a
are going to
fancy
turn into
salt
salt
holder.
statues.
Seems like the god of salt was a god lacking in treasures.
According
But at least
to
they
my
have salt.
knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel.
Mm-hmm.
Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is to
Bottomless.
say, it is bottomless.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Able to produce
It's a relic.
endless salt. The god of salt is powerful indeed.
What's
Finally,
concerning is
after
all
that
these
effort, I've found
statues
precious
or
treasure.
salt
I
statues of
claim this
people
is mine.
who are sort of
I just need to
praying
pour the
or
endless salt into
pleading
1,000 or 10,000 bags. I can sell it and make a
and are
fortune.
salted into statue.
Hey! How can you use a relic of the god of salt for such a shallow pursuit?
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan,
Yep.
according to the contract agreed upon.
Of
As
course,
expected with the
as
god
we
of
agreed.
contracts.
But how can anything be worth more than this rare find?
He knows.
Since we have a
He
contract.
knows.
It's no use for me to fight with him.
Then let's move on, shall we?
Yep. It looks like they're praying in earnest. Yeah. Okay. They're all gone. Right. Let's switch to Zhongli. Ah, okay. Okay, finally I got the pillar into position. So, this is the second relic. What is this? Is that a salt
Just
measure?
a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth anything.
This,
Or a
if I
sword?
remember correctly,
Indeed.
A measuring
But
tool.
the god of salt imbued it with another power.
And what's this
When
power?
you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt, much like a rising tide covers the earth.
That's a little
The deeper
bit
it is stuck in the ground,
overpowered.
the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper harvest of salt.
What? That's even better than the salt chalice.
I don't know.
Well then, according to our contract, the
The
salt ruler goes to Miss
yeah,
Wanyan.
the salt ruler
No,
goes to Miss
unacceptable.
Wanyan.
I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end of the stick?
Well, you were greedy.
And this girl has been useless. Why would she?
Oh boy, here we go again.
While we're on the topic of useless people.
So you are saying you want to break the
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need you.
You're about to be salted.
Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I let you make the rules?
Because he
Because
is
you
the god of
agreed
Geo.
to a contract. Rex
The
Lapis
god of
once
contracts.
said, ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock.
That is one of your Liyue gods.
I am from Snezhnaya.
Snezhnaya. I
Will suffer the wrath of the rock. You may
Okay.
find it rather unpleasant.
You are currently in Leyu. Okay.
Stabilize.
There we go. I'm just gonna one-on-one you.
Order guide you.
And you're petrified. Do you have anything else to say? And you're dead.
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin. Leave this place.
Oh, darn you! Just you wait.
Okay. Okay. You clearly don't know who you're dealing with after all that crazy hint that he has dropped. Yeah.
Hey,
I hope you
Paimon
never
likes
become as greedy
Laura,
as him.
but Paimon-
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, when people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control their desire and follow them? I think we should be honest with
The
each other
embodiment
now.
of greed.
Huh? Be honest about what?
You're gonna tell her the
That in
truth.
truth, not a single member of this archaeological expedition came here for archaeology.
She's not an archaeologist.
Why do you say that?
Yeah.
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything
She is most likely a
regarding the
descendant
god
of the people,
salt.
of the god of
You
salt,
aren't
or the
interested
followers.
in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in is the god of salt. I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations at Gunyun Hall.
He knows.
Okay, that's enough.
He
Sir,
knows.
You are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I seem to have
It
been
comes
right
with
to seek
living
you out
for
once I built
thousands
up
of
my
years.
courage. You're right.
You just happen to
I'm
know.
not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the Chising, Gunyun Hall of the salt industry.
Of the
Our
salt industry,
ancestors
okay.
were those
Salt
protected
industry.
by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Come to think of it, I never heard you say Rex Lapis.
Oh, right. Now that you mention it, the people of Leah very seldom use the name Morax.
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He
I
left
don't
us alone
quite
and lost in the world.
think that's quite the truth.
We hate him! But this is Morax's Leah after all. And its history is written as he wishes. So I seek
And standing
proof of
right before
Morax's
you
guilt.
is Rex Lapis.
He has blood on his hands and cruelty in his heart.
That's
We
a little bit
agreed to a
awkward.
contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli? You must judge this history fairly.
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Leah is no longer Morax's Leah. Come with me. All the answers you seek lie ahead.
I'm interested. I am interested. Okay. Let's speed us along. Oh, God! Okay, so we put the pillar down. We'll grab the chests. And we'll switch back to Morax. Okay. Very powerful. And once again, there are more monsters.
Time to go!
And pop. Okay, lovely. We're done. Is that a broken sword? The sword of Morax?
This is a sword?
Uh-huh.
Aha! It's a broken sword. This is proof.
I'm not
This
too
proves
sure.
that the god of salt had to fight back against the evil Morax. But sadly,
Wait for it. There's got to be
she
a
was
plot
defeated.
twist.
The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler.
This is
If we
most
can
likely
repair
the sword of
sword,
Morax.
then we can show the world the mighty power of the god of salt.
It does look like something left behind after being defeated in battle.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics. According to the contract, you can only claim one.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no longer here.
Yes. But the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot take 2 relics at the same time.
Okay.
This logic!
Zhongli, she seems like a good person, and no one is fighting over the treasure.
Exactly.
How about you let this one slide?
Paimon
huh?
is being reasonable.
When there's a contract,
But then again,
nothing can be allowed to slide.
he
If
is the god of
is not
contracts.
followed,
It's in
then
small
it is
print.
broken.
You cannot
No!
break the
If I only
contract.
take one
Yeah.
half, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the God of Salt cannot be restored. No matter what, I must be faithful to her, even if it breaks the contract. I don't care.
So you are
you
already
care?
decided?
Yeah. Okay.
Then there is a price to pay for breaking the contract.
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the wrath of the rock.
That's okay. The God of Salt gave up her life to protect her people. My sacrifice
You know nothing of the
is
truth.
nothing compared to that. Punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that
Yeah.
punishment would be easier for her. But as punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Here we go.
Huh? The truth? You mean the truth is my punishment?
Yes.
Yes,
Sometimes the truth
the
hurts.
truth that I am about to tell you shall be your price to pay for breaking the contract. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be.
Okay.
Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a
Yeah,
seat
it was a
among the
very
seven.
fierce war to become one of the 7
During
Archons.
the Archon War,
Yeah.
the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Tevat.
And in the end,
Havria instead
Zhongli won.
chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war.
But in the end,
However, during such
the
a
other
long
gods came.
war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After
they
making
fought until
countless
one god
concessions,
remains.
Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
Which is this rune.
No. No! It can't be so.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade?
Then where's the sword?
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
And who murdered her?
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true! You're trying to test my faith in the God of Salt.
As I said before, I only state the facts.
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax.
He is
Don't try
not
to
the
trick
follower
me.
of Morax. He is Morax himself.
Hey, come back!
That was too much for her to take.
It is a punishment after all. I did not want to tell her such cruel facts, but the contract was broken. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that will leave her no choice but to face the truth.
The corpse of the god?
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
Salt and betrayal.
Okay, so the statues were running away. Okay, I wasn't heading in the right direction. Okay. They're running away in fear. So I'm guessing her power went out of control or something. Okay, I thought it was going to be pre-rendered cutscenes, but it's not.
What did they do? What happened?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward.
To see the rest of the truth.
That which lies beyond this door will show you all that happened.
Are we going to
then.
see, like, a past memory or the remnants of the God of Salt? Okay, what's inside? This is a salty episode. Okay.
This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt.
Oh, that mad attack is in the
Dying
pose to
moments have
attack.
since been frozen in time to this very day.
Hey, wait, when she died, did her power just release
story
and she
continues.
salted everyone?
That some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime. The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
So they more or less betrayed her.
But
This is very
what about
grim
the
and
statue thingies?
gruesome. Yeah, these
No
are her
matter
followers.
how
Yeah.
weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear.
Oh,
Those
yeah,
who
there are
could
definitely
not
repercussions to killing a god.
were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue,
And
where
they said,
sought
oh, okay.
refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse.
That they
So
too would turn
risked
to salt.
their lives to come here, to break the sword, and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end,
It's guilt.
nurse hatred?
Those people
for
had
the
guilt in
people
their
her
hearts.
heart?
This must be a lie. A false history. All
Nope.
of it. Don't
How
you
can-
dare try
yeah.
to shake my faith.
How have you not realized that this is Rex Lapis?
Yikes. Zhongli didn't show any mercy this
He
time
did not hold
either.
back.
This is the price she must pay.
The price
Yet I would not call it a bad
she must
thing.
pay.
Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth
You
is
seem all
good
too
enough
familiar
for
with
now.
what happened with the God of Salt.
Indeed.
Yeah.
In ages past, Havria's story served as a warning to me as well.
Oh, okay. Interesting. You learned something from it. I need to
Faith
roll
in
for
a god who
Zhongli.
has
I
already
need Zhongli.
passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is. All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Gunyun Stone Forest?
Okay, let's wrap this up.
Treading old ground.
Telling old
Telling it,
stories.
one cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
Okay. Why did you have to come to the top of this cliff? We had to teleport to the
Now,
domain
I
and then
mentioned
climb up.
before
Yeah.
that many
okay.
gods of old have been sealed beneath the Gunyun Stone Forest. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals.
Yeah.
And Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler that she left behind should not return to Liyue.
Okay,
To leave
why?
them here is to let them slumber. And
So this
it
is like a
also
graveyard for all
homecoming.
of the
I
other
ended
gods.
an era
Yeah.
with my own two hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History
Okay.
records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force, and history's twist in its flow. I need
Okay,
to
there's some
find
deep
a better
meanings behind
way of
that.
recording history in order to engrave its truth. Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging stone, immovable earth, even one such as myself.
And
Someday
I
we
get a
may
sense
all
that end is
disappear.
coming. Rather soon.
Therefore, I thought of you.
Sooner than
traveler.
later. Okay.
You are one who crosses the celestial atlas.
Oh,
And who
okay, that's
passes
interesting.
through
So we crosses the
countless
Celestial
worlds.
Atlas.
If our history is engraved in your memory, It will one day accompany you into another
I'm
world.
interested in seeing how this story
as long
will
as a
end one
traveler
day.
like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Teyvat.
You just want me to be the messenger.
Sounds like tough work.
Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler to the sea.
Okay.
Why do we need to throw them into the sea?
As I said
So they may
before,
rest.
this is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are consigned. This includes
This is a
Osiel,
graveyard.
Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Gunyun Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Osiel, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.
He is way too powerful. Okay, so we had the pre-rendered cutscene. I'm pretty certain that's it. So that's the end of the story. Or the end of this chapter. So we have one more chapter to go. And that's it. I'm going to end the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the content so far. Remember, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, thank you for watching my video. I hope you guys all enjoyed that. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think. It really does help me out. If you haven't already done so, you can also hit the bell icon and turn on notifications. That way you'll get updates for when I upload my new videos. Or follow me on Twitter at KuroAkiGames. I'm also on Twitch at twitch.tv/KuroAkiGames, where I occasionally stream my raw gameplay videos on there, or some content that isn't on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at KuroAkiGames, and I will see you guys soon.